Once again, class 10th CBSE. Our lesson is the acids, bases and salts. In our previous class, we are studying about the acid, the common definition for the acid, that is acids are sour in taste, and second, the proper definition that is prescribed in your syllabus. According to the that definition, the acids are the substance which releases or ionizes H plus ion in the presence of water. So that is the definition of acid. Now let's move towards the properties of acids. Properties of acids. We are able to classify the properties in two different terms. First is called the physical property and second is called the chemical properties. Let's move towards the physical property. What is the physical property of the acids? First, on the basis of the taste. Acids are sour, khatta in taste. Anything which is sour in taste, that is termed as acid. You know now very well what are the various type of the organic acids, as the lime, tomato, curd, etc, etc, etc. Now physical state. The acids are generally liquid in state. If we talk about the physical state, acids are generally liquid. But oxalic acid is a solid acid. Oxalic acid is solid in nature. The acids physically they are in liquid state only. Okay. Now next, what is the effect of indicator? This is very much important thing you have to know. Effect of indicators. Now there are various indicators are there. One is called the natural indicator, that we get from the organic substance, and olfactory indicator, that is the indicator that we are identify with the help of olfactory lobes, that is the smell. So there are various type of indicator. Today we are going to talk about the chemical indicators. The three common chemicals are there which are used in the laboratory. One is the first indicator, that is the litmus paper or litmus solution also. The first type of the chemical indicator that is used in the laboratory. Second type of the indicator is methyl orange. Methyl orange, as it is clear by the name, it is orange in color. And third type of indicator that is used in laboratory is phenolphthalein. These are the three types of indicators that is used in the laboratory. Now we have to notice what is the effect of this indicator with the acid. Litmus paper, we are talking about the blue litmus. What happened when the blue litmus come in the contact with the acid? Must remember, acid is able to dissociate or ionize H plus ion only in the presence of water. So we have to use the moist litmus paper. If we bring the moist blue litmus paper in contact with the acid, this blue litmus paper convert to red. If it's convert to red, it becomes red in color, then we must term the substance or the solution that we have to test is the acidic substance. Now methyl orange, as I told you, the color of the methyl orange is orange. This methyl orange will comes in the contact with the acid. What happened? The color of methyl orange must change to pink color. If it is changed to pink color, it means the solution is acidic in nature. Third indicator is phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is generally colorless. Phenolphthalein is colorless in nature. There is no color in phenolphthalein. And when this phenolphthalein comes in the contact with acid, there is no change in that. It becomes colorless only. In this way, we are able to identify the nature of acid with the help of the chemical indicators. Now next physical property is, I am going to change this. This is A, this is B and this is C. Next physical property is the conductivity. As the acid has the property of ionizing in the presence of water, in the presence of chemical, it means they are able to displace iron, and if the iron is released by the acid, it means they are able to conduct the electricity from one place to another place. The acids are good conductor of electricity. They are good conductor of electricity. Yeah, that is the strong acid which is a good conductor of electricity, but acids are good conductor of electricity. So these are the physical properties of the acid. Now move towards the chemical properties of the acid. The next is the chemical properties of acid. We are going to study about few chemical properties. First, reaction of acid with metal. Reaction of acid or acids with metal. Must remember, you have to make the equation properly, and there is a shortcut method for that. If you have to given the equation, you must choose the simple chemicals by simple elements, which is very easy to make the balancing, or to make you know very well what is the ion number of that, what is the charge, what is space on that. It is very much easier for you to make the equation. So what happened when metal reacts with acid? When metal react with acid, it form metal salt, and in this process hydrogen gas is also released. So we must make the word equation. One metal is there. This metal reacts with the acid, and what happened? One metal salt is formed. And not only the metal salt, here hydrogen gas is also released out. Must take the example of an acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid. That is the man-made acid, strong in nature. When it reacts with the metal like sodium, you know very well, the ionization of the sodium is the +1. So it is very much easy to make the equation. And sodium has the plus charge, chlorine has the negative charge. So what metal salt is formed here? That is NaCl, that is common salt. And in this process, hydrogen is released. Now you have to balance the equation. Here H is 2, but here H is only 1. So we have to put 1, 2 here. Now H is 2, but this 2 make the chlorine also 2. We have to put 1, 2 here. That is Na2Cl2. But Na is 1 here, so we have to put 1, 2 here. Now this is a balanced chemical equation. Next thing, you have to label it: sodium, hydrochloric acid, sodium chloride, and hydrogen. So that must be there. So when acid reacts with metal, metal salt and hydrogen is formed. Now second chemical property, reaction of metal carbonate with acid. Okay, metal carbonate, any metal carbonate, reaction of metal carbonate with acid. This is the word equation. First I write the sentence only. Okay, reaction of metal carbonate with acid. Okay, what happened when metal carbonate reacts with acid? We must first make the word equation. Metal carbonate reacts with an acid. And what happened when these two react together? When these two react together, again the metal salt is formed. But not only the metal salt, it also forms water and carbon dioxide. So what we get? Metal salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. So the substance we get after this reaction is 3, that is the metal salt, carbon dioxide and water. Must take the example of any metal carbonate, that is sodium carbonate, Na2CO3 combines with HCl. Again the metal salt is here, chlorine combines with sodium to form NaCl. Water is released and carbon dioxide is also released. Now you have to balance the equation. Now check from here. Na2, but what is here? Only Na is there. We must put 1, 2 here, Na2 here. Then Cl2 is also there, so we have to put 1, 2 here also. Now Cl2, must count the number of H. Here 2, here the number of H is 2, it's okay. What about the oxygen? O is 3 here. 2 plus 1, 3, it's okay. Carbon 1, here carbon is also 1. Now it is a balanced chemical equation. The third chemical property is reaction of acid with metal hydrogen carbonate. Reaction of acid with metal hydrogen carbonate. Metal hydrogen carbonate. Okay. Now Now what happened when an acid reacts with the metal hydrogen carbonate? We have metal hydrogen carbonate. Hydrogen carbonate. It reacts with an acid. Okay, what happened when these two react together? When these two react together, again metal salt is formed, water is formed, and that carbon dioxide is formed. Here metal salt, then water, then carbon dioxide. If you learn the word equation, it is very much easier to make the main equation. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. This is sodium hydrogen carbonate combines with an acid, that is HCl. What happened? The salt is NaCl, then water, that is H2O, and then carbon dioxide. Now check the balancing. Na here is 1. Okay, here is also 1. H here is 1 plus 1, 2. H2, it's C. Okay. C is 1 here, C is 1 here. O is 3, O 2 plus 1, 3. It's okay. Cl is 1, Cl is 1. It means it is already balanced equation. One more equation we have to study. I must write it here only. That is equation number 4. That is reaction of an acid with base. Must remember, you know very well about this reaction. In your first chapter, you know about this reaction. It is called neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. And you also know what happened when acid combined with a base. It forms salt. It forms salt. And not only the salt, with the salt, water is also formed. Salt and water. We are able to write like this: acid HCl, base NaOH. When they combine together, sodium hydroxide, must write the name also, NaCl plus H2O. Must check the balancing. Na1 here okay, Cl1, 1 Cl. O is 1 here also H plus H2H, 2 H2O. This is already balanced. So all these are the 4 chemical properties of acid. Now let's move towards the uses of acids. The uses of acids. Acids are very much important. It is not important. Some acids are actually identify or give the proof of the development of the country. One acid that is called the sulfuric acid. H2SO4. Sulfuric acid. The amount of this acid which is manufactured in the country must show what is the growth rate of the country, because it has a versatile use, and because of that versatile use, this acid is called king of chemicals. King of chemicals. Okay, there are lots of uses of this acid, but what are the important use? This acid is used for formation of the making detergent. You know very well what is the detergent. It is used to make the detergent. Then car battery. Lots of uses are there. We are able to write them. We must go to write only few one. The second type of acid which is also important is called nitric acid. That is HNO3. HNO3. That is nitrate acid. As I told you, there are lots of use of the acids are there in the day-to-day life, or in lots of the product which is related with the acid. Nitric acid, it is used for making the dyes, plastic, drugs, and then fertilizer also. It is used to make the dyes, then plastic, fertilizer. Okay, the various uses are there. You must write only few. There's no need to write too much in that. One more acid that is man-made, all the 3 mineral acids actually, that is the hydrochloric acid. It is also important. Hydrochloric acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid. All the equation we are making here with the help of this acid only. It is very much important. It is used to clean or tanning of the leather. But very much important work is there. Tanning of leather. It is used in the cloth or the textile industry. of the mineral acid. And commonly used one more acid is there that we use in our home, that is called CH3COOH, that is acetic acid. What is acetic acid? We know this acid with the name of the vinegar. All of you must love to eat the Chinese food, and the vinegar is the main ingredient of the Chinese food. Without vinegar, the Chinese food is the tasteless thing. So this is the organic acid. It is mild acid, acetic acid, and there are lots of use of this acetic acid for domestic purpose in food and for domestic uses. So these are the various uses of acid. Now you know very well what is acid, it is a common definition, what is the definition according to the syllabus that is giving in your book in term of furnishing H plus ion. That is the definition given by the Arrhenius. One more thing I have to tell you, hydrogen ion is released or ionized in the presence of water only. In the absence of water, H plus ion does not dissociate. So we are able to write an equation, that is this H plus combines with water, H2O, and when it combined with water it forms H3O plus, and this is called hydronium ion. Hydronium ion. Okay. Why this H3O plus is taken here? Because hydrogen releases on the presence of water only. In the absence of water, this hydrogen ion does not release. So this is about the acid. In next class, we must study about the bases.